When love, care, and belonging are abundant, jealousy and control lose their fuel. Jealousy doesn't arise from love itself. It arises from scarcity of safety, attention, and support. In village or tribal-based societies, no one person was required to meet all emotional, sexual, parental, and social needs. That's what modern society quietly demands, and it overloads intimacy. How tribal living actually worked. Women had a choice, not coercion. Anthropologist Margaret Mead documented in Sex and Temper in Three Primitive Societies that many indigenous cultures did not center women's survival on a single male, allow women to leave relationships without social death, valued women for contribution, wisdom, and life-giving capacity, not possession. Choice existed because resources were communal, not controlled by one partner. There was sisterhood instead of competition, okay? It wasn't baddies. It wasn't where women just love to be in competition with each other and fight each other. It was women raising the children together, sharing food preparation, sharing the, chores of living life that we do daily. For one person, that's just too much for one person to do. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense. It never makes sense to me. She's supposed to cook, clean, take care of the children, and work a job. Slept, bled, grieved, and celebrated together. Bled together. That's so beautiful. Competition arose when male attention meant survival. Beauty equaled currency, and youth equaled security. In tribal systems, no single woman had to win. Author Rianne Eisler in The Chalice and the Blaze shows that early partnership cultures were cooperative, not dominator-based. Patriarchy intensified competition by privatizing women, isolating them from each other, turning men into gatekeepers of survival. Emotional neglect was minimized. Modern couples suffer because they try to compress lover, best friend, co-parent, therapist, spiritual witness, economic partner into one person. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar shows humans evolved for layered emotional networks, not dyadic isolation. In tribes, emotional processing happened in groups. Elders held wisdom. Children had many attachment figures. Grief and joy were shared. This reduced anxious attachment, possessiveness, emotional starvation. Children were cared for communally. This is one of the most studied aspects. Anthropologist Sarah Blafford Hardy and others demonstrates that humans are cooperative breeding species. Children raised communally show greater emotional regulation, lower anxiety, higher social intelligence, secure attachment without clinginess. When children aren't the sole emotional project of one mother or couple, pressure dissolves. Where Tantra fits into this, it's tantric relational consciousness. So Tantra in its original sense means to weave. Tantric intimacy wasn't about excess sex. It was about reverence for life force, seeing eros as sacred energy, honoring attraction without possession, loving creation without owning it. Scholar George Furstein, a respected authority on Tantra, emphasized that authentic Tantra is about presence, reverence, nervous system regulation, transmutation of desire into awareness. When eros is honored instead of suppressed or exploited, jealousy weakens. Why jealousy and hater energy weren't dominant? Jealousy thrives in isolation, abandonment, fear, resource scarcity, emotional neglect. In tribal living, love was circulated, attention wasn't hoarded, people were witnessed constantly, identity wasn't dependent on one bond. This created higher frequency relational fields admiration without possession, attraction without entitlement, sexuality without ownership, and love without the fear of loss. Modern society lost this. According to historian David Graeber, anthropologist, the first 5,000 years, explains that hierarchy and control emerged alongside privatization of land, colonization, inheritance anxiety, lineage obsession, female containment, and male dominant systems. Love became scarce because survival became privatized. When people are deeply nourished by community, they stop needing to control each other. That's not naive. That's biological, psychological, and historical.